Hello friends, it's Chad here. Today is February 14th. It's a Tuesday. Have done a handful of things and a handful of stuff. Going to be a relatively short video. We're also going to talk about soil testing. Why do you do it? What's the benefits? What's the good, the bad? It's really not a whole lot ugly. Really not a whole lot of bad. But we'll talk about those things. So, stay tuned. Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that sweet new intro. So, in case you don't know, start this year off with some introductions. My name's Chad. My family and I, we grow giant pumpkins. We have weird pets. I build and fight robots. We're special and unique. Today the wife has given me some time off for Valentine's Day to work out in here. She was nice enough to pull up the last of my water lines. So today we're going to do a few things. We're going to talk about our new website. We're going to talk about soil testing, why you should do it if you are serious about growing giant pumpkins. And we're just going to do a general update. So that's really all you need to know on the intro. Let's jump into it. So some exciting news. A lot of you request merchandise. You request seeds that you can just buy, and you want more information. Because everybody has sent money for seeds, even though those seeds are free, you guys still send money. I put that money into this website, right here, picture-in-picture edit. So if you go to coloradogiants.com, you will find a website that I'm still building out, still consider it like a beta phase type of website, but I need your help. Please go to coloradogiants.com and look around, see if there's any egregious spelling errors, things that don't make sense, whatnot. I believe, if I've done everything correctly, the checkout functions should work. So if you want to buy yourself a sweet Colorado Giants hat, shirt, blanket, I was trying to find thongs and underwear and socks and fun stuff, but the particular plugin that I'm using doesn't support that yet. I think you should be able to order that. So check it out. If you see anything that is an error, let me know and I will get around to fixing it. But what I'm going to do is make all my videos, I'll post them here, but then I'm going to cross-post them to that website. So, everything's in one place that you can check it out, because sometimes YouTube is a little bit confusing. And then I'll try to put down some more text-based information on that as time goes on as well. That project's definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint. But if you have a few seconds, go to coloradogiants.com, check it out, tell me what you think. Soil tests. Why do you want a soil test? What is a soil test? What do you do with a soil test? All questions that you might be asking yourself when you hear me say soil test. Well, I'm going to tell you. A soil test is basically something that the serious pumpkin growers will do. If you are just trying to grow a giant pumpkin to be the envy of the neighborhood, you want something that's a few hundred pounds, you don't need a soil test. You don't have to have a soil test. But if you want to get serious in any way, shape, or form, you should perform a soil test. A soil test is a test of your soil. Imagine that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to different spots in the greenhouse, and I'm going to take little soil samples. I'm going to put those into a bag, put that in a box, and send that to Western Labs. If I'm feeling spunky, westernlabs.com. There, they test my soil, or they test your soil. They'll test anybody's soil and tell you what it is made up of. To grow a giant pumpkin to the best of your ability, you need to have a certain breakdown of elements. You want to have a good set of organic matter. You want to have a pH of 6.5-ish. You want to have a lot of nitrogen, some calcium, and you want everything to be in certain balance. By sending a soil sample off to Western Labs, or whichever soil testing company you choose, they will send you back results. The thing that I like about Western Labs is that they have like a pumpkin kind of analysis program where it will tell you what you need to do to your soil to get it in balance according to what they think the optimum soil flavor is for growing a giant pumpkin. Additionally, this year I'm also going to do a disease test. Some of my plants the last few years have had some weird kind of, I don't know, just weirdness on them. I think I have some disease of some sort. In fact, all soil has disease of varying types, but what you want to test and find out is what diseases specifically you have, as well as how much of it is in your soil. Knowing that will help you choose different fungicides and chemicals to add to your soil to kill all the cooties out there. And if you have small amounts versus high amounts, that will help you with how much product you need to put down to keep your soil as healthy as possible. So when the time has come to do your soil test, you're going to need two very, very specialized tools. Tool number one, a shovel. You'll use that to dig up the soil. Tool number two, plastic bag. Some people say use a paper bag so that it doesn't contaminate, it doesn't get funky in transit. I send my packages overnight because I get good shipping rates. So I use a plastic bag because I don't have a paper bag lying around. So what we're gonna do, again, is kind of in some sort of symmetrical-ish pattern, we're gonna try and take a sample from all around this area and compile it into the bag so that once we mix everything together, we have a pretty good sampling of the pumpkin patch as a whole. A few pointers, important tidbits that you need to know. When you are using the shovel, you ideally don't want to take the soil right off the metal. The test, they say, can get some of the readings from the rust or from the metal flakes or whatnot. I don't know how true that is, but I'll take a scoop of dirt, and then from the face of the dirt, I'll just pull off a little bit of a handful there and not use like the whole scoop and put it into a bag. You don't want to take a soil sample from the very top. You don't want to take a soil sample from the very bottom where your hard pad is. Imagine your pumpkin roots, and as you are traveling through the soil, you want to take the soil from that area. So I would say the first 6 inches or so of your soil is where you're kind of aiming to dig up the bread and butter of the soil, and that's what you want to send off to be tested. So all I have left to do is go take some soil samples, watch this fast-forwarded version of that. So there you go. I got a bag full of dirt. I think you only need like, I don't know, 2 cups of dirt or something, I think is what they call for. So obviously I'm a bit of an overachiever here, but when it comes to testing, I figure more is better than not enough. So now I'm just gonna mix this up. I'll put it in a box tomorrow, send it off, and usually they're very fast. Within 7 days or so, 7 business days, you'll have your results back. And what they give you is a recipe. Think of it as making a cake, a recipe for things that you need to add to this area to get your pumpkin to be, or to get your soil to be the optimum, whatever I was just saying, to get your soil to be as best as it can be, your optimum pumpkin growing soil potential. That's what they're going to help you do. The last section of this video is just our general update. I've got probably, I don't know, hour and a half left before the wife wants me inside. So I'm in a pretty good position to catch up on the year right now. All that I have left to do in the greenhouse is take out like that pile of debris, that pile, and that pile. So as soon as those piles of old weeds are out of here, I'm pretty much ready to throw down my perlite and my beet pulp And till that end, I've got my soil sample already taken care of, which, by the way, as I was wandering around taking the soil samples, I have tons of worms in here. So my soil is looking better this year than probably it ever has. And, we haven't even juiced it up a little bit. So that's pretty good. If you have sent a seed bubble, I have had them. I sent that first round of seed bubbles out, and since then I've been collecting them. I probably have, I don't know, at least 30, probably 40 more seed bubbles that I'm going to send out. I'll probably sit down and pack those probably tonight, maybe tomorrow, but I'll get those out this week. So if you've sent a seed request, that will go out. I'm almost out of my 1643, the big orange one. I think I might grow that this year. That one is just about gone. So, if you want seeds, your window is closing. Remember, I'll send them out until March. At the end of March, no more free seeds for this year until next year. But really, that's probably the only update. I'm going to pick up these piles. If I'm feeling really motivated, I'll see how much time I have. I might, at a minimum, lay down those amendments. And if I'm really, really feeling froggy, I will get the tiller out. But that might be another day project. If I can get everything cleaned up, get the amendments laid down, then maybe I'll till another day. But all in all, I'm finally getting some work done out here. I'm catching up. Check out the website. Hopefully you enjoy it. Again, feedback on the website would be welcome. Our new logo, the outro that you'll see in a second, that's all new. And again, all of that, I was able to pay a buddy to help me put these things up because of your guys' generosity. So thank you so much for that. And like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Get out there, grow yourself a giant pumpkin. Enjoy the outdoors when weather permits you to do so. We'll talk to you next time. See ya.